We're back on Tower Babel. I was gonna play a different game, but the beta's over. We gotta wait, I don't know, till Monday to play it. So we're gonna play this. That's totally fine for me. Let me turn down the volume a tiny bit. It's a little loud. And I have all this gear on, and it really is kind of all over the place, but I like basic attack speed. It's cool. And I did have like a really cool like physical build going on. I don't even know if I posted that video. Let me check. It was kind of like, because it was like physical moves, skills had 50% crit chance. No, it's just Tower Babel right there. 2 hours. Is it new? Yes, it is. I guess I just did the one and I haven't been filming this for some reason. But either way, so what we're going to do is, because of this corpse explosion one, which is one of my favorites, like there's so many different like skills that you can get. And I have like a kind of an array of them. And I did have where I had a physical one and I just felt like it was kind of boring. But I think one of my favorite, actually my favorite move in here is corpse explosion. So where it says enemies hit by corpse explosion have a 30% chance to be cursed, it's kind of like they explode, 30% chance they'll get cursed too, and if they die from the explosion, they explode themselves. And sometimes you'll just see some areas on the map that just constantly explode. I think the only thing that's bad, that kind of stinks about this video game is I don't know if I'm not too sure if it's still going to be... Okay, I have 2 more runs before these change. Let's at least do 2 runs. I don't know if I'll get to keep all the stuff I did, is the real question. Like, do I get to keep all this? I'm going to grind it out till the other... I actually like to do is put auto target on at the very beginning and kind of just stand here actually. Because I have attack speed increase on 2 different weapons, or well, a piece of armor or whatever. And so they actually stack. So I had 30% basic attack speed increase on one, and 30% basic attack speed on another piece of armor. I think there's a weapon and like a necklace, right? And they stack. So I checked my stats before I came in here. It's a 60%. And I like actually like working on attack speed as a... or attack crit, attack speed, attack damage, like regular basic attack speed, basic attack damage, and crit chance and stuff like that for these, because it's really good. Now the skills are cool, but I mean, unless you have casting speed increase, you really are going to be in a position where they won't go off when you want them to, except for daggers is really good. The ice one isn't bad. It doesn't do that much damage though. But things that are really sporadic, like the earthen spike, the whirling blades, even the hammers and stuff, they're okay. So even the meteor strike one is okay. I like using flame breath because it has like a bit of a slowing effect. But if you look at the data after level, like after the 20 minutes, and at the end when you beat it, you'll see that the DPS on the flame breath, like dragon's breath or whatever, isn't really that good. So we'll probably do attack speed here, so I just swing even faster. Because I can literally stand here and one-shot this stuff for now. I don't like running around in circles because then all I do is continually try to pick up experience crystals. A lot of times I'd get overrun and then I'll move and I'll gain like 5 levels in a row, which I don't necessarily need to get anything better right this second. It's best just to sit here and chit chat for a minute as this is loading up. I really like this game a lot. I kind of wish the full game was out. Look at this. Oh, well, I don't run special attack for a very good reason, because I have this one piece of armor that says when my mana is full, that mana regen basically turns into a life regen. So as long as I don't use my special attack, I constantly have life regen, which helps later in the game, in the levels. Not in the levels, but later in time, right? Life regen. Evade would be okay, but I actually have boots that give you 50 evasion and 50 movement speed after you're hit for like 2 seconds. So we don't have to go with this one. So life regen would probably be the best one because that is good for dodging and moving around. Okay, now we're gonna move because that. I actually have one for lightning waves, so we're gonna. I actually have one for ice orb too. Go magic hammer here. And then we'll go mana. So I don't have any crit. Mana regen would just turn into life regen. Duration's good because I think duration is like how long something stays. So like dragon's breath, you know, when you finally cast it, it burns or blows for a certain amount of time. And I think possibly something like how long the corpse explosion lasts on a target too, because I think it can fall off. Basic attack's perfect. We're gonna go lightning wave here. Curse is actually really good. Lightning wave again. Attack area is good. Attack area and range is really good for basic attack. Yeah, we go magic hammer again. I have a thing for magic hammer that says they kind of whirlwind around, which is really cool. They don't do that much damage though, but it's definitely around me. I have one for lightning, 20% chance it casts again, so you'll see it like go off twice. It does help for close AoE. It hasn't had, there it is, it went off twice right there. But now I can just stand here again. Plus I've been playing a lot, so I've put a lot of gold into leveling stuff up and whatever. Now, one of the weird things about this game is you can't actually take any gear with you into the next run. You have to sell it all, so you can't really like hold stuff aside to think of a build until maybe the full game comes out and there's a stash option of a little chest to put your stuff in. Until then, you're kind of just stuck with picking what you want right now and sticking to it. Like I said, I had like a fire build go on. It didn't really work. It was like 30% chance on fire crit that it does a little explosion. It didn't really proc much. I had some boots that said if you stand in a meteor strike will leave fire on the ground. I mean, it's basically if you stand in fire for 4 seconds you get a buff, and and you know, when you have the like attack, the skill duration increased, perhaps it would have worked, but they would disappear before the 4 seconds. So unless you get lucky and actually choose attack the like skill duration increase, I mean it never happened. So I got rid of those. I had one for whirling dagger, which I still have. They go in a straight line instead of curve. I don't think I have one for meteor strike, but I'm not too sure. But daggers are really good for single target, for like trying to take down elites and stuff. Or I also have a legendary on that says daggers auto target or something. I mean I've had that legendary for so long that I can't feel like I don't remember them not having auto targeting. I did have one too that was like 50% chance or something on physical attack crit, you'll stun the target for a second. And that all worked really well with like whirling blade plus earthen spike. I mean everything was getting stunned and stopped moving. But again, I kind of like the corpse explosion style. I think is really cool. I'd try to maybe work on that. It's really strange that I had something that said physical skills do 50% chance higher crit or something, because there's only like, if you think about ice, there's only one ice. Lightning, there's 2, which is the holy judgment one, I think is lightning damage. And then there's the hammers, and I don't know if the hammers are light damage or not, but I think they might be. Same as lightning, and maybe lightning, hammers, and judgment are all light. But then if you think about fire, there's like 2: dragon's breath, meteor strike. I believe that's it. Physical ones, there's like 4. There's earthen spike, meteor strike, daggers, and I'm not too sure. But ice, there's only one, just one. The icicle things around you. Basically can just stand here and just wait. So now that I have daggers, it should be targeting this nearest guy, the guy nearest to me. Lightning wave. We're basically looking for things to increase corpse explosion. There's corpse explosion right there. I think it's fun. So I think we're gonna go duration here. I don't really have high crit, so there's no reason to corpse explosion again. It's easier to collect gold as well. We'll go duration as well again. Now I don't know if that means the hammers stay out longer too. Basic attack. There was crit chance there, but I didn't grab any of the crit chance upgrades, so we'll just go wait. We'll wait here. Basically, just stand here. Just kind of bob and weave these. Like I said, I have pretty high life regen, so take a couple hits, get a speed increase, and wait. Okay, now I'm gonna move. Pick stuff up. Corpse explosion. Even how much lightning goes off, it doesn't do that much damage. I think stuff that does a lot of damage is like if you level it up a lot, obviously, is whirling blades do a lot. You wouldn't even notice, but once it gets real thick, like man, they do a lot of damage when they fly through. Now I don't know if they stop doing damage, like they don't have any piercing, but I'm pretty sure sometimes you level up, and if you look, I'll say something like plus 10% piercing. So there are times if I do run whirling blades, I'll take piercing as well. If I want to focus on a skill build, you can pick up casting speed to try to cast it more often. We'll go attack speed here. No, one's not really dropping anything. I'll show you the part where I normally start running, and if we'll see if that happens again. Or I actually have to move, or I can just stand here. Okay, it's starting to come up here soon. Just wait. We'll do magic hammer. I thought I have something for ice, but I don't know what it is. Attack area. Lightning move again. Don't need movement speed, because if I get hit, I gain movement speed anyway. We might get into a position where I might need to turn off auto attacks so I can attack what I want. And that usually happens when these little green guys show up that can explode on their backs. You really need to run and dodge and be able to aim for those particular ones that are right next to you. Because the game will just aim at whoever is next to you. And even if I'm running by a bunch of mobs, I want it to target those mobs. I used to have a legendary also that said meteor strike, and it had plus 200% projectiles, but it was like they just fall at random instead of actually target someone. Here's where like these green guys are going to show up soon, because I could tell by this guy coming out. Typically have a lot of armor or a lot of hit points, one of the two. Probably hit points, since it doesn't look like they have armor. Okay, here's where it is right here. So I need to make sure I target like these guys that are next to me first. Because they do, most of the damage comes from them, so I actually started buying some of the things like magical resistance up and intellect up, even though I'm not like a mana build where I'm going to rely on my special attack. Now there is a lot of legendaries that have things like 100% crit chance and a special attack after you do something, or your basic attack damage does more or something if you crit with a special attack, just something along those lines. Attack speed actually only, I'm sure, affects your basic attack speed, not your casting speed of your skills. And it does help when you start getting overrun, like the range and the area plus the attack speed of your basic attack. Kind of create like a like one is more valuable over another when you get to choose your skills after a level up. Right. Let's see. So like magic hammer, basic attack would be good, but because this has a 3-level jump, we want this one instead. Projectile plus piercing. I didn't even know it didn't have piercing. I also have a legendary on that says plus 50% projectiles. So of course anything with projectiles is better. I don't... Ooh. Legendary gear. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Legendary, right? An orange one. Color schemes plus the text is very similar to Diablo. Now I did notice that if your bags get full and you don't pick up, it doesn't show all the stuff you, like let's say at the last boss you drops a couple legendaries, then when it shows all the gear you got after you complete the floor, it doesn't show those legendaries at the end. When you go to leave, they will be in your bags, which is good. It's not like you can't just pick up all the gear and you have to think ahead to make sure you don't pick up certain gear because you can only hold so much. It's not like that. I'm very sure you pick up as much gear as you can, and then you go and you identify it all, and then it will still be in your bags at the bottom. Let's see if we can just stand here and handle all these guys. Looks to be so. As you can see, corpse explosions just going off everywhere. Got corpse explosion again. Cool. Got a piece of gear again. We're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're just gonna believe that we can handle all these guys around us. We're not gonna run. Of course, I have stuff that emits out of me for this very reason. Things like the hammer, the lightning, plus the spikes, plus my plus corpse explosion. Because if you get things that are super random, like earthen spike, whirling blade, meteor strike, things are taking a lot of damage not near you. They're kind of far away from you. I wonder if they're going to come out with like an ice spike that comes out of the ground in some way. We're going to do basic attack. Typically, I take a lot of damage from these purple dudes. I'm just curious. I've only ever seen 2 different types of corpse explosion legendary stuff. The one that I have on now, and the one I had before, which is 200% projectiles. And I got rid of it a long time ago in favor of... we're going to do corpse explosion again. In favor of a physical skill crit build. All those explosions, you see all the explosions happening from the corpse explosions. Plus you spit out more projectiles, I believe, as you level it up. We're gonna go corpse explosion again. Now, the only thing about corpse explosion is you can't actually tag a high level mob like an elite or something. So it doesn't necessarily, we're gonna do lighting. It doesn't, so like a boss, like the end boss, you won't be able to target with corpse explosion. So if you put all your points into that, you won't be able to kill him. So you gotta be mindful of that. This will help the AoE style, like getting to that point in AoE all around you. Like look how many he's shooting out. So to keep in mind, you can't go full corpse explosion or you won't be able to kill it. You won't have enough damage on bosses. So it's good to do something like the daggers plus your regular attack to do a lot of damage. As you can see, corpse explosion just is spreading and exploding like crazy. Try to dodge that. Oh, that guy came running. Interesting. Some of these lower mobs you don't have to pay attention to, really. They'll just explode from corpse explosion or the hammers or something. Just pay attention only to the two elites coming right at me. They died. They dropped nothing good. Gear's okay to grab anyway, because you get crit hit chance or special attack. I guess I'll go crit hit chance here. I don't need a resurrection. I really highly doubt we're gonna die. Projectile count would be insanely good right here. You can see it's gonna affect daggers plus the hammers, maybe lightning, but also it's gonna affect corpse explosion as well. I probably could do. We might do daggers because we only have 2.5 minutes left before the boss comes, and we need some single target damage increase for the boss. Now he does summon ads, so as long as the corpse explosion happens around him, he'll take some damage. But duration, persistent skills. Let's just see if we think it's going to affect hammers and stuff. Do they like spin slower? Do they stay longer on the screen? Does the lightning shoot out further? Is that persistent? Like they only stay on for half a second. If they stay on for a second, they travel even further. Like a range increase. Like persistent skill for lightning is at a range increase, right? Here's where it gets a little rough. These green guys. Usually the last minute I spend a lot of it just kind of running to stay alive. Because all the mobs will disappear once the boss comes. Piercing would be good for this. Okay, we're gonna go get this sword that dropped. Run. See that green guy right there? Probably one-shot me if he gets close to me and hits me. So we want to take care of him first. Because he's an elite as well. This guy we actually run toward. We can do corpse explosion for fun, even though the boss comes in 1 minute and it'll be kind of useless for the most part. There we go. You can see I'm taking a crap load of damage. But life regen plus the legendary with the mana regen one will keep me alive. Now what I like to do when the boss comes, that's just when I kind of dodge him for a minute and just try to pick up as much gold as I can. I'll take attack speed here. Comes out in 30 seconds. I want to be attacking faster. Most of my damage to try to kill him is probably going to come from daggers and my basic attack. Reminds me of, oh, I think we're going to go basic attack here. Range would have been good, but we need damage increase. Range is good for AoEing for the most part, and you can get pretty close to the boss and dodge him. Reminds me of something like WoW, where you have to plan ahead for the fight. Like, you need a single target plus boss. You need AoE builds for mobs and then single target for bosses. you can't change. You can't really change on the fly or anything. So you're gonna do. He has a pattern. He does. Ice Orb would be cool. I think we're gonna do projectile count for dagger. So he's gonna call. He calls out minions. Then he's gonna do the funnel or the triangle. Then he's gonna call out minions, and then it's a straight line, and that's his pattern. Call out minions. Now I don't know the minion pattern yet. Now it's the funnel. So he did the wall. Then he's gonna do the random. Yep. Then it's going to be the straight line. Then it's going to be the circle. There's a circle. Then it's going to be the funnel or the triangle. Now it's going to be the wall of skellies. There it is. Plus the straight line. And so on and so forth. That's barely all of his moves. Now if you get within a couple yards of him, he does that same slash but all around him, which I can show you if I get close enough. Circle slash around him. There's a slash there. So he'll add that in if you get too close. It's not something he doesn't skip a pattern. There's the triangle, then it's the random, then it's the line. So it should be the wall. No, the circle, okay. I forget what I was even saying now. There's the triangle. So now it should be the wall. There's the wall. Line. And then random. There it is. And he's dead. That easy. We got some boots. That's it. You figure out the pattern, the attack pattern of the boss, and you can dodge everything. I did take some damage because my movement speed's a little slow, but oh well. You can see I did about 800,000 damage and 225. I don't know. You could say about 250. Look at corpse explosion. 400k. So I did like 600k from just these things, and then 200k was for my normal swing. You could say, right? Good enough. Boom. If you finish, the goblin doesn't take your crap. Early access launch. Core. 2 new heroes. Ooh, I knew it. 14 new attack skills. Countless legendary items. New floors and monsters. Stash. Blacksmith and more systems. Good. Acquire life improvements. Add to wish list. I'm pretty sure it's on my wish list already. I guess we'll do this later because this is taking too long to load. Okay, so we'll exit out here. It will have everything identified. I thought there'd be more heroes than that. As you can see right here, you spend... I got this already to 37, 36, 36, and 37. So like these are around all the same. This magic resistance helps with those green dudes that explode. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of poison or nature damage. The attack power for just anything plus your armor, you take less damage. Evasion, I don't really need, but the crit chance it's pretty low, but it's rightfully so. It does a lot of damage, and then I just increase your life with vitality. But then the other ones right here, like I want basic attack to come on when I was running for that. Then when I realized it's for physical skills only, that crit chance, the legendary I had, I was going for attack power instead. Because that's just a flat damage increase to everything you're doing, like 10%. Or whatever the numbers are, 20%. Whatever rarity you get, like if it's just so happens to be an increase to, like, you know, if it shows up and you get lucky and it's like instead of 1 level up it's 4. Alright, I had to do something. Now I'm back. Alright, let's look at what legendaries we got. Now I don't know what these little like trophy ones are. You see the gear right here, and it has a star, which means it's superior, right? Because it has, if you look at the range, it has that little flower star thing, says evasion chance. The options that you could have got was 1.4% to 3%, and if you get the max, it's considered like a better item than just a regular rare item, right? Like you can go up to some, and sometimes they'll have 2. Like this one. This one has 2. Excuse me. This one says 20% stats effect duration and 30% damage to afflicted enemies. So pretty much corpse explosion do 30% more damage. We're probably going to put that on. 25% attack speed for 5 seconds after crit hit with a special attack. We don't use your special attack because of this chest piece here. Excess mana when at max converted to life. Further spike changes to individual hits and reduces cooldown by 25%. I'm not really too sure why it says trophy on it. I don't know if that means that fell off the boss at the end or what. These boots, 20% movement speed, but lose its effect for 5 seconds when taking damage. That one isn't bad. It says chance to recover life on kill. Pickup radius. This one has chance to recover 1% life on kill. They're about the same. That one has evasion chance, less movement speed, but you just get 20% movement speed the whole time. But I do like when you're finally hit, you get movement speed and evasion for 2 seconds. It kind of is a twofer there. So we're not going to go bother with this. But this one, I'll lose the attack speed, but it's only doing 200k, which is like 25% of my damage-ish. You could say a little less. The corpse explosion did about half-ish, so 30% on that would be, what, an extra 120k. So it could offshoot, it could offset, like, the basic attack speed that I wasn't really using too much of. This one also has weapon plus 60 weapon power. So I don't know. Oh, so even the damage per second is almost doubled. So if I remove my attack speed lower, but then do more when I swing, would be good. The only problem is this has intelligence on it, but so does the Wind's Grace. I lose some vitality, but I gain 5% attack speed anyway. So I only actually lose 25% attack speed. Plus, there's that bonus to 10% damage change above 80% life is really good. It's kind of like a first hit type of style. So we're gonna actually switch this out because I think this goes good with Ring of Curses. It also says curse on it. Shattering Spike and Storm Aftermath. So now we don't care about everything else because they don't have a legendary fix on it. We sell everything, take our gold, come right over here, and we buy stuff. Now this stuff, it just gives you a chance to get this. I never saw this before I bought this, but then once you get it, it has a 6% chance to be the +2, and it's a 1% chance to get the +4. And I've actually gotten this at +4 once upon a time. So I think we're gonna buy this. Insufficient gold. So I think we're just going to level up some of these to 37. Probably don't need to blow any gold if we didn't want to, and we're off. The other thing is you gotta pray that you get Corpse Explosion in the first place. Because you can run the whole thing and not even get it. Here's where we go. Settings. Go to auto target on, and we stand here. Behold. Combat. If you know who that is. Behold my stuff. Pull this out of a place called Texas. Which is exactly where I am. Now my attack speed still seems fairly fast. I might have diminishing returns after so much time. It would be weird if it was 30% attack speed and then it's 30% of 70%, which is only actually 20%. So there's a question of, does the first fix of 30% basic attack speed increase goes from like 0 to 30%, and then the left remaining after 30% is you have another 70% to go. But when you go with 30% increase and you're already at 30%, is it 30% of the 30% or is it 30% of the 0, right? So you get an extra 10% or do you actually get an extra 30%? Now I asked this question, but I already know the answer because I looked at the stats when I had both of them, and the answer was it was at 60%. Does it look like I was swinging at 60 compared to now? Not really. It looks almost exactly the same. And in fact, I just can't really remember, to be honest. Nah, I was swinging faster. These guys weren't getting as close. But getting closer is fine. We're going to go attack speed here. Getting closer is fine because then I can kill them without moving and just pick up the experience crystal. See? If they could get a little closer, I won't have to move. Basic attack or duration. I think we're gonna go extend the duration of persistent skills. I think we'll go basic attack. Oh man, let's just go duration. The problem with Corpse Explosion is once you put it on there, they typically die within a few seconds. I don't really know what the length is on it, how long they stay on a target before it falls off. But sometimes if you're running and you didn't pick the right stuff, or you just didn't get lucky with the right choices in the very beginning, and you get bombarded with mobs around you, and you can't attack them fast enough, you'll actually see it fall off sometimes. Now the 200% 200% increase in projectile count for corpse explosion is definitely, we're looking for that. It's kind of too bad I got rid of it earlier because I didn't have a stash, but you know what? Then it gives a reason to grind the game. Now, if there was a choice to like increase the range of pickup, it's cool. So Earthen Spike or Meteor Strike. Meteor Strike actually does pretty good. Earthen Spike's pretty good too, but I don't have a stun or anything on it. Following meteors unleash air damage and ignite the surroundings. It ignites, so they will burn. So we like that. So let them burn. As residual damage. Earthen Spike's cool, but I thought maybe critical damage. We like magic item fighting chance. We want some legendaries here. Ice orb or casting speed. I think I have something for ice orb, but I'm not too sure. It's probably a no. Special attack, magic item chance. I like that over lightning because we can get lightning like anytime, right? Damage, there's the damage increase. Also, when you have projectile increase, that also, wow, another one. It also affects how many icicle orbs you have on, or how many dragon's breath you actually have out. If you have projectiles increase, it goes from 1 to 2 to 3, which is really cool. So I automatically have 50% projectile count. Okay, so I saw someone get targeted with corpse explosion from really far away, and they're not even anywhere near me, so I don't see them with it on them. So I guess I don't have anything with for ice orb on it. I used to, pretty sure. Maybe it's when they disappear, they explode a little bit or something. I'm not really too sure what it was. So taking 45 damage actually is pretty good for corpse explosion. So that right there, like, I had some boosts to say if you stand in the fire for 4 seconds, you get a 30% damage increase, but they leave before that can happen. Now, I don't know if it's 4 to 4 seconds consecutively, or does it charge up? Like, you can stand it for 1 second, then 2 seconds, and another meteor will fight, and it becomes 3 seconds. I'm not really too sure, but I thought it was you have to stand in it for 4 consecutive seconds, and which means you need to increase the duration of your persistent skills. Which I thought was, oh, you know what? I also had a one for Meteor Strike that increased the area of the fire on the ground by 30% or something. And I had 2 of them, and I don't remember, or it was either 130% or 100% or something, and it did make it look much bigger. I just don't know if, okay, now we need to change to auto target off, so we can actually target this elite here. We're gonna go do, see, like, I don't know. Should we do corpse explosion duration? So it's the fire on the ground duration, right? Let's see how long it lasts. Sometimes you get one of these magnets is really good too. We're gonna go daggers and meteor strike again, and I think we're gonna go pickup range for fun. So now it sits there for a long time. So 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000. So if you get the duration just right, there's a chance I'd get the 30% damage increase, that buff. But you gotta get really lucky with your choices. Not much going on because I don't have anything really going on. I also said, what, 12 new things? I bet one of them is going to be ice for sure. I thought there'd be a ranger style class because of the evade. The mana, it's probably going to be a magic person and a ranged arrow person or something like that. And I bet the magic person uses mana as a shield. This dude's probably supposed to be like an armor, right? A high hit point armor. I don't have auto on. I'm just about to get attacked from the back here. This seems overwhelming when at the very beginning when you don't have any upgrades or anything. It is actually a little overwhelming, but it's not right now. It's actually quite boring. Things die before they can get to me, which is fine. Magic rarity increase, and that's what he dropped. Which they don't even have to be elite to get like good drops. I've gotten legendaries or whatever off of just trash mobs here. This is where actually I have to move. The casters, I'm pretty sure, if you look at some of the text, I think, not the flavor text, but just the text on some of this stuff, it'll say something like lightning resistance, fire resistance, dark resistance, and those little balls that come out, I'm pretty sure are dark damage, and they do a lot of damage. Well, I don't know about lightning resistance. I know there's light resistance. I've seen fire, dark, lightning, maybe physical. Probably the same stuff I'm shooting out is the same thing these guys are spitting out. I don't know at what level in the game do you have to actually start paying attention to resistances to survive stuff. And do you need to farm that gear? You want to keep the same affixes. It's like, you know, would you want to keep the same affixes plus try to farm for that special piece that has the resistance you want on it? I'm going to assume that there is going to be a guy that you talk to that you can change one affix or one text sentence on your gear, or maybe even level up your gear. Something also said runes, which I don't know. Like I saw in the item in your bags, it'll say like there's a section for gear, there's a section for gems, and a section for runes. Probably there's going to be a dude that you can actually cut runes or buy runes from, or excuse me, gems. And I'm not really too sure what runes do, unless it's you gain enough of a certain rune, and what the runes are is actually the fix that you get on legendary items, and you can just put it on one. I'm not too sure. This one's going a little slower than the last one. The icicle does have a slow on it, which is cool. Corpse explosion. Gold drop rate. Don't need too much gold. Trying to make good use of the corpse explosion to begin with, and we need something like this that's happening right now for it to just start popping off, but we actually have to move. So we didn't get enough choices for the AoE. Reduce damage because it's 3 levels. Could have gone with magic hammer to survive this or help kill stuff off, but nah, I think mobs sometimes disappear, and they're the same mobs too. I'm pretty sure that if they go off the screen, they're the same ones that come back on the screen later on. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about the map though. Like, I just keep running left, do I end up circling back around? So you can't actually get too far away from the stuff that drops or whatnot. Corpse explosion. Okay, you can stand still now. Try to gauge it like gaining at least a level every 30 seconds. So if I'm at level 25, it's been 10 minutes, it's not too bad. You think that noise would be of like dropping gear, but it's not. It's actually dropping gold. That noise would sound like someone's whipping out a weapon. Ooh. Look at this one's 30% damage, but it's 10% all around. But this is casting speed, projectile, and piercing chance is really good. Better than just increasing. Oop. I did have this one that changed Dragon's Breath to a fireball that you spit out, but I felt like the casting on it was really slow. Like it just didn't cast enough. Like, I don't. It was like a chance on basics attack swing that you spit out a fireball if you had Dragon's Breath or something like that, and that's pretty cool. So it would go good with the attack speed, but even that, I was swinging enough. It just didn't proc that much. It also didn't hit too hard either. It was cool. Now, that is something we said, like, you know, Corpse Explosion did do a lot of damage, but it was also level 15 or something, right? Experience gain here. Just to see how many levels we can get now for fun. Popcorn. Okay. I thought the ice thing would have came out and killed those mobs that were by me while I was trying to kill that elite. Here we'll go. Straight damage here. I'll pick up this piece of gear. I got some gold. I'm not really too sure if any of the mobs also have certain resistances or something. Like, I swear these big dudes with no shirts on, they possibly have more hit points, or they might be having, like, they might have take less physical damage, or some of the mobs feel like they take a lot of physical damage, you could say. Look at all that explosion right there. Now you can tell Corpse Explosion is really low. Thank you. So the game knows it's not spitting out enough Corpse Explosion balls because it's such a low level right now that you hardly ever see them come out. I'm gonna go Dagger because it's 3 levels. I would have picked Lightning, but pickup range for fun. Still nothing. No legendaries. Whoa. I gotta move. Lightning Wave. Just to help. I think Lightning Wave also has a minor knockback. You'll see them kind of flinch for a second when they get hit by it. Oh yeah. Magnet. Corpse Explosion. Now, I don't know if this one that's like 30% afflicted or something, it might have to do with things like Ice Orb, fire, getting burned too. Like, it might not be just for curses. Could be some, like if you're afflicted by the fire burn. Let's do this one for fun. You take more damage too or something, but I don't think so. Just saying it possibly could be, right? I don't like coming down here and killing mobs because I'll probably never get that gold there. Let me just go. I just like to go around in a circle like this. No, I guess it doesn't make the same noise even if gear drops. It might. In a position where we can just stand here for a second. See, look how long that fire lasts and burns stuff. Long time, look. Definitely good to pair with corpse explosion. Whirling blade with corpse explosion works really well too. Because they'll kind of hit stuff in the background and they'll pop and explode like they're doing now. We'll go basic attack here because we got 4 minutes and then the boss coming, so we need some single target damage increase. We do have daggers though. Now Earthen Spike is cool, but it does damage initially. Oh, projectile count. It does damage initially, but then, you know, if someone walks into it, they don't take more damage. It doesn't act as a wall either. So it's not like it stops them from pushing forward. It's just kind of another style of, I mean, perhaps it's worth getting. So if you have a random area of effect like Earthen Spike and then you have one like Whirling Blade, they're both kind of the same. Where they're random when they come out and they do a little bit of AoE damage and then they leave. So I don't really know where it actually would make sense to want to pick Earthen Spike over Whirling Blades unless the legendary has something to say. Like there is one for Earthen Spike where it says it turns into a single target and targets someone. I'm not really too sure, but if there was something like it can stun or it has a free, like a high stun chance or a Quake style or something would be really cool. Okay, I guess I'm gonna ice orb here. Nothing. Yeah, no, not really too lucky this time around. There we go. And say I thought like I picked up a lot of magic chance, or what was that, the last one? Magic rare item chance or something? Experience gain for fun. See how many levels you can get in the next couple seconds before the boss shows up. Casting speed? The cool thing also about going like strictly maybe basic attack speed and stuff, or basic attack damage, is you always have that. It's not something like you have to get lucky and get rolled on. Attack speed's good here. I don't usually use Heaven's Judgment, and I really haven't come across any legendary that's had Heaven's Judgment on it to be like, oh yeah, that's like, it's overpowered or it's the way to go. I also think these little green dudes, when they blow up, I don't think they drop experience crystals on the ground. It's actually getting really thick right here. I only have to last for a minute, so if I need to, I can run away. Basic attack. And just kind of kite for a while. I just realized why they call it kiting in the first place. Have you ever ran in a park with a kite in your hand where it doesn't matter where you're going, it's following you around? Kind of the same exact thing. Well, lightning wave here. I already have it. Look. You can run in a circle and run away and they just follow you perfectly like a kite would on a string. Good thing I evaded that. Special attack. I mean, regular attack. Basic attack, not special attack. Something dropped there. I think it was a chest piece. That's delicious. Okay. Daggers, because we're hitting the boss in about 5 seconds. Oh, we need to kill this guy quick. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh. So now let's kite him around and get some gold. Oh. I'm gonna take damage here. A lot, actually. Almost took half life. So now it's a straight line. Then he's going to do the random. Now you gotta move in for the funnel. It's easier to dodge. Alright, then he's gonna do the circle. Then do the straight line. He's gonna do the wall, the funnel, or a triangle around him. Okay, you got me with that though. A rando. Oh, straight line, dead. Dead. One helmet. I'll zip. 800k. Barber Children only did 200k this time. Be like, not even trying to control meter strike. It did okay damage. Dagger damage is good. This is, I got at the end, it's whatever. And it doesn't show all the legendaries I got, because I think I got 3 or so. So you always have to come to this guy and do this. But I'm pretty sure, I saw on some of the gear it said like +1 identification, as if you get 1 at the end of the run. It's not some dude that sits there and God of Curses. There it is. There it is. Corpse explosion, 100% projectile count. We did it. There's a projectile count on this one, so we're going to switch out this lightning wave one instead. Skill cast speed. We'll lose some attack speed. We'll lose some projectile count. We'll lose some dex. Special attack damage we don't care for. Chance to recover 1% life on hits, really good. I wonder if that counts for corpse explosions and not just regular swings. Next basic attack damage after each special attack hit. No. Lightning wave, no. Wow. 4 runs I waited. Not selling a single legendary. Haven't lost anything. Basic attack speed? No. Go talk to her, sell all her crap, run over here. Get this one. I'm gonna level up to at least 7. Then we're gonna, like I do is just do like in a clockwise fashion, like so. There. 1 more run. Let's see how good corpse explosion now. We gotta hope we get it. Change to auto attack. Auto target, I mean. And stand here. Also, projectile count also affects your special attack as well. If there are more than 1 hammer. Now they do have, in this first level, they have 2 different types of little gems that can drop. They have green ones and blue ones. Pretty sure the blue ones give you more experience per crystal. So they must have had like a increased range pickup. We're gonna go crit hit chance. Then we're gonna go crit hit chance for fun. It does make a difference on the DPS of the weapon plus just basically that, because it's hitting for 44 and 51, which is really high for just a single swing. Oh, look at this. Whew. which is really high for a single swing. Because when you first start off, or even just the beginning of this video, I was barely hitting for like 20. The DPS was almost half that. Damage again. Or crit hit chance. I think we're going to go... Let's go crit hit chance for fun. I don't have anything that procs when you crit, but it does help for the corpse explosions. If they crit, they'll actually kill the mob, and then a 30% chance for it to spread, and if that goes off, it will crit, and so on and so forth. There's a blue gem right there. The crit chance isn't bad. Now, if I can find a weapon that says like curse crit chance increase or something like that, we're gonna go. I don't have the lightning wave one anymore, so we're gonna go daggers because single target. Of course. Oh, that dude took a beating. Now the real question is does the other classes, do they have different skills? Or do they have the same ones? Are there armor dependencies, you could say? Like this guy uses heavy armor, the arrow dude uses leather armor or medium armor, and does the caster wear cloth armor or light armor, right? I think I still have the magic hammer one, so we're gonna do that one. I still do. Spins in a whirlwind. It would make sense for this class to have these skills, so perhaps the other classes, like if I had to count them, it said like 12 new skills or something, which means there might be, it said 24 total, I thought, so there's like 8 apiece, 8 skills apiece. So then the question is which ones are shared? Possibly Meteor Strike might be shared with the Clothy, and I don't know, Dagger Throw is shared with the Arrow dude. I mean, the Ranger. Well, it's like a mage and a ranger or something like that, watch. Or a hunter and a sorcerer. I don't know what this dude's called, a berserker. I'm not really too sure. A warrior. A Viking. I also don't know what's the limit for how many items can be on the screen at once. It hits a limit where you can't produce any more items on the screen, but that might have been an old Nintendo systems and stuff could do that. So we'd have to pay attention to see if we see gems starting to disappear over time, right? And of course, it's been 5 minutes in. I'm not picking up any gems, but we did not get corpse explosion. We got crit chance stuff. And soon here, I'm sure I'm going to have to move. I am one-shotting most of the mobs and everything, but so not really mattering. I did have a legendary that said lightning crit hits restore hit points or something, like one hit point, something like that. It helped in the earlier date, like earlier runs, to get some gear and stay alive. The real question also is like, is this going to be an online game or is it single player only? Like, can you have other people in here running around? Can they steal your gear? Is it instance gear or something like that where it's only for you when it drops? Is there co-op? Online co-op? I probably could just go to the Steam page and look, but you never know. Most of these games I played though, where it's roguelike, bullet hell, there's no 2-player. Still haven't had to move, so we just have tons of crystals on the ground. We're probably going to gain like who knows how many levels if we just take a step forward. In fact, without moving, I'm already at level 6. Also, if you can get legendaries at this level, like what's the point of going to floor number 2? Do you get stronger ones? Higher ones? Like when they have a range you can get, you're guaranteed like the highest range on some of the gear the higher you go. Is there other style of gear? Is there red gear, like something higher than legendary? Is there purple gear, something higher than? Is there mythic gear? Is there like super rare gear or SSSR and shit like that? Super rare. Is there craftable gear? Okay. Daggers. Let's do experience gain. Basic attack. Ooh, Heaven's Judgment, but we don't have anything for Heaven's Judgment, so it's kind of useless. Daggers. Crit hit chance. Oh. I do have crit hit chance increase already, so. Casting speed, which would be really good. But crit hit chance is really good. We'll do crit hit chance again and just hope for a corpse explosion soon. Basic attack. Magic hammer. I probably could have picked daggers instead. Spinning blade. Let's go movement speed. We don't really need the other ones. Curse damage. We're just go straight damage. Probably could have went curse though. If I had corpse explosion, I would have went curse. Crit damage. I think we're gonna go casting speed here. Range is good. Ice orb, judgment, daggers. I like daggers rather than ice orb for some of the. So we gained about 15 levels or so on that, having to just move. Now I probably can just stand on this platform and wait. Just kind of dance around these little balls here. No, I did have one. See how this like whirlwinds around me? I had this one legendary that the hammer is boomerang, so they'd come out and come back. So I don't know if those two can combine and what the heck it'd look like. Lightning wave. Attack speed and duration. Probably, I think we're gonna go duration here. Lightning is fine, but I don't need it. We're waiting for a corpse explosion. Plus we have enough AoE going on around me, as is. I think I still have auto target on, so that's good. The goal, I guess, is to get a build where you can just kind of stand here and farm stuff. Oh, this is gonna run at me. Okay. Whew. Oh, cool. Get the magnet. Oh, what luck. I think we're gonna go daggers for single target. We can go drop rate. Probably could have went life regen, but I'm not even hardly even getting to half life. Also, the magnet doesn't bring in gear or gold. It just brings in the experience crystal. So sometimes having that range where it increases like the pickup range of experience isn't really worth it, since you could just get lucky on a magnet and pick everything up at once. This might be a little rough because I still haven't got corpse explosion. That's the only thing that sucks about having a good portion of your build dedicated to something if you don't get it. There might be a way where you cancel out certain options, so I'm pretty sure in the game there's going to be re-rolls of you don't want something you can re-roll for, because I'm pretty sure I saw as a stat sentence or whatever on a piece of gear that said re-rolls +1, but that system's not in place right now. A lot of blue experience crystals. Let's go hammer again. Yeah, the question is if you change floors, you get different music. Or is it the same repetitive? It's not bad, but I did notice it. It's just the same song over and over. Popcorn time. Let's eat some popcorn while I'm standing here. Got 10 minutes, the boss comes. We got a good grind going on, a bunch of hammers and swirly ice orbs. Dagger throws for single targets. Probably the best. Especially if you increase your projectile count. Also increases your daggers that you throw out as well. No, I don't know if my casting speed is really high or something, but throwing them out every second is really good. Okay. This might get rough. These green guys are the only things that really take me down. But it looks like one hammer hit, they're dying, so I'll probably just stand here and do nothing. Is that the challenge? I think it is. I think eventually I'll just do a video about, can I just stand still and not do a thing? I mean, eventually I'd have to move right to pick up crystals or something. Unless I get lucky, kill an elite that's coming that has a magnet and I didn't move at all. It's almost impossible. But if I pick up enough stuff or get the right, like, just corpse explosion at the very beginning, could I possibly just stand here? And the biggest question of all, do I actually keep any of this crap from grinding? Or do I lose it all when I start over? Which would really suck. In fact, one of the options in the beginning of the game is reset data for some reason. Why would you want to do that? Start fresh. We may move for this. Add your hammer. Let's kill this elite before we continue on. There we go. I guess that makes that noise when the gear drops too. I thought it was just when the gold drops. Piercing chance would be good. Even though I feel like all the stuff pierces. Which I thought means it can go through and hit another, hit another target as opposed to disappearing after hit something, right? Like it'll keep flying like the daggers or whatever. Well, I'm not too sure. So far, 13 minutes in, still haven't gotten corpse explosion stuff. This might not be the run to see if it's any good. Here's a time where I start getting overrun. Let's just see if the hammers plus some daggers are going to do it. We'll just stand still and see. So far, because of my crit chance plus the crit damage, plus I leveled up just the same stuff over and over, it's really helping clear stuff, so. Yeah, I like how the hammers will go on for a while and hit a bunch of stuff. It's cool. It's a little bit cooler than whirling blades, only that it stays near you, as opposed to whirling blades just kind of randomly out and about, and it doesn't really help you for people that are on their tail about to kill you and you got to dodge them all. Ice orb again. Okay, now we got to change to auto attack off so I can target these green dudes here. We're gonna go range for a single target. Dagger throw. experience game damage. Dagger 10% more damage all around. Get more experience, or we can do really, really hard hitting daggers. Now, I wonder if those green guys that have the poison on their back or whatever, if that actually damages everyone around them too. It's hard to say. Like if I kill them and they explode, does that actually do damage to mobs? Look at the range on the icicles. They're almost the whole entire field. We'll go just regular attack damage instead of attack speed. Because I don't have anything that procs off of basic attack swing, so I don't really need attack speed. We're just gonna go straight damage again. They actually give like 3 good rolls at once. Like I would have taken any of those. Which kind of stinks. Sometimes it's like mana regen, movement speed, and defense. It's like, oh, okay. And then it's like projectile count damage and crit damage. It's like, oh, okay. Trying to pick up some gold now. Also, I wonder if going up in levels, your gear that drops is increased in rarity as well. Like, I get a lot more like grays, yellows, and blues at this rank, and when you get up higher, does it like the only thing will drop is yellows and oranges, right? That would make more sense. Who the heck wants to go higher and you get grays? Especially at the higher levels, you're really trying to get your build down, and you need oranges to get the right stuff. We're gonna go casting speeder. Which means you cast them more often, so get more hammers coming out. Something hit me. I didn't see where it came from. Well, just standing there. I haven't seen anything for Light's Judgment. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Basic attack. Range is already far enough. Nothing. Crit hit chance again. Let's just keep increasing our crit. The heck with it. I think what's the crit hit chance to begin with? The increase, 100% increase? I think so. It's critting for 200k, and I'm swinging for 80k-ish. Magic hammer or damage? Let's go magic hammer for fun. Little bat took a beating. Pretty much we're just gonna target the basic attack here. We're gonna target the elites as soon as possible if we see them. Try to collect our gold. I don't remember if I picked up one gold increase. It was like 10%, but there's lots of gold on there now. Really gotta try to get it all up. Magic item chance. Oh, something hit me. Hit me hard too. The run, get this, get that gold. Finally, a corpse explosion. Oh my goodness. 45 seconds left. And it's happening. Things are starting to domino here. Oh, I got a magnet. I thought a magnet was there. We're gonna go daggers because of single target, range because it's single target, basic attack because it's single target. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. I don't know where he is, but I thought I saw somewhere that you can actually fail the boss. So that must mean there is a timer. Do I know what the timer is? No, I don't. Wall, so straight line. He's dying like crazy right now. And then it's gonna be scattered, right? Yep. I mean, he just got melted. Unlock it, good. Good. Not too bad. Obviously, I knew daggers were going to do that much. That's pretty good for the hammers. Attack power. Attack speed. It says 10%, but it's not true. I have one that's basic attack speed is increased. It doesn't show it here, though. But I can show you when I get out. Watch. So you don't think. Well, it is my average thing. But look, attack speed, 37%. That's because of this thing here, I believe. Yep. So when I had the other one here, it actually said 60%. 5% crit chance, projectile count 1.5, attack area 55, piercing chance 10%. Okay, now we look at the gear. Dark skill, critical attack 50% chance to restore 1% life. What's a dark skill? What is a dark skill? Now, we could switch it out. That one has all stats and one item identification plus a piercing chance, but the one with Blessing of Shadows is strength, intelligence, vitality, elemental damage reduction, and there's a chance that corpse explosion could be a dark skill, right? I'm not too sure. Guess I think we're gonna switch it out though for fun. So I basically just play and do this. Fire skill, critical, oh, the same shit, but fire. What about? Did I get no other legendaries that run? 2. That's it? 2 legendaries? Okay. So we want to try to run crit chance and see if corpse explosion gives life, but I'm not really too sure. And I don't see any stats, so it's almost impossible to know because there's no stats, right? Like the stats aren't that in depth. Okay, let's go. One more grind. Again. Go settings. This one. Continue. Still hitting for 40, but this is popcorn time. Just eat some popcorn while I'm standing there. Like a curse seems like a dark skill, doesn't it? Who's in, monkey? My baby weak. Fella? Basic attack. Maybe after this run, and play some Rocket League with my wife and the night. There's only so much you can grind in this game when you're stuck on the same level. Item chance. Boom. We want as many legendaries as we can get. I wonder if there's going to be a dude that comes along where you can cancel out like your choices, like he can banish them or permanently banish them, so when you come in you don't ever get that one. Like damage reduction. Can you do that? They probably won't make it permanent. You'll just get a couple banishes and a couple rerolls per run or something. We're going to go experience gain. Now what's cool is if you take an experience gain, you leave all these kind of crystals around. You didn't like pick them all up ahead of time. Guess it wouldn't make a difference. Corpse explosion. Yes. Basic attack. He's running at me. We're gonna go. We don't need movement speed because when we get hit, we already have movement speed. So we're gonna go experience gain here. Daggers. We don't need damage reduction or movement speed. We don't need any one of these. Reduction actually isn't bad, to be honest. But we're gonna go magic hammer since I'm pretty sure I still have the whirlwind effect on it, and we do. Corpse explosion, of course. Piercing. I don't know if that means corpse explosion will keep going. Ooh, 3-level magic hammer is really good. Worth taking the corpse explosion one. We'll just stand here. I like how the hammers are like perfectly in sync here. More like a wall as opposed to whirlwinding around me. And we'll do like we were doing before, and we'll stand in the middle and wait. Guess the only way it would make a difference is if we try to pick up all the crystals, gain a level, and had a magic item chance increase, it probably would make a difference. Just waiting. The reason why I like to just stand here is because if I actually go and try to get one, like go to them, it just end up getting spread out. I want to stay kind of relatively close so it's easier to pick everything up. We are waiting. Target the bot. There we go. Target this guy. There we go. Waiting still. No reason to move. I'm sure it'll come sooner or later. So I gotta try to pay attention. Like, does piercing work with corpse explosion? Does it tag someone and keep going? Hard to tell. So stand there waiting to get bombarded with enemies. Enemies? There shouldn't be a limit to how many things are on the screen. I think the memory capacity I think it depends on your computer, and it probably uses enough, and it probably doesn't take that much to make sure every little crystal is accounted for across the entire map. No matter really how big it is. Guess we could try that out. Just keep going left until we'll see if we just circle around a big circle. That'd be kind of interesting. We technically could do it right now. Go drop rate. Then experience gain. I don't think piercing is good right here for now. We'll just take Heaven's Judgment for fun. I don't really like it, but it's not bad. Wow. Okay. Maybe it's gonna do a lot because they gave it to me twice. I'm gonna go daggers for single target. I'm gonna go corpse explosion. That's right. I wonder if the persistence counts for how long the Heaven's Judgment travels after it explodes on the ground. Because see how it hits the ground and shoots out? This is pretty good damage. Okay, so that's it. So we're just going to keep going left just until, let's see if we actually, will we just go in a full circle, right? Doesn't seem like it so far. It's a very big map. Now it's actually no good to keep running left because I'm leaving all my experience behind. So the mobs loop, the map doesn't so far. Daggers. Heaven's Judgment seems to do a lot of damage. Yeah, so if I get hit, I can speed up running. I'm gonna say the map doesn't loop because we've been running for a while and I feel like it would have just looped by now. So the question is, how long do we wait till we actually turn around and go back? Because I don't gain any levels by running. This is a massive dungeon. Okay, so the mobs loop, but it looks like the map doesn't. I'm probably tempted to give up here and turn around. There's also an elite following me. No, there's not. He's down here now. I think it doesn't, so we'll go back. I don't know how far we even went, but magic hammer. Keep going. Might have been right here. Nope. Can you just beat the game by running like this? Do you never get surrounded and bombarded? This might have been it right here. Yep, that was it. Nope. Wasn't it. It's right here, I think. Might be here. I believe so. See how there's a bunch of crystals here? No, guess not. Still going. That saw a piece of gear there, yep. That got me. Still going, and it's probably this platform right here. Pickup range. I think we are just gonna stop right here and stand here like we normally do on one of these kind of platforms and oh, try to run somewhere for 4 minutes, nothing happened. Yeah, you increase your magic drop chance by 10%. Wouldn't that mean like 1 every 10 mobs drops a piece of gear? I've killed like 100 mobs. There's a 10% of the initial chance. There's like 1%, so it's like 1.1%. Or is an actual flat 10%? I don't know. Speaking of which, basic attack. Pierce. The guy was coming from the left there. Corpse explosion. Look how many coming from the left. Magic hammer. I killed that many from the left. Give me a break. Okay. That was nuts. Duration. I wonder if that increases, like, duration means how big the explosion is. The explosion only lasts 0.3 seconds, will increase to like 0.25 seconds, so that means a bigger explosion. Kind of like duration of persistent things or whatever doesn't really necessarily make sense to me. And I can't really tell which moves it actually affects. I do know there's a lot of corpse exploding going on right now. I can't think of what even Heaven's Judgment legendary would be like. And I wonder if the game has some sort of smart system where it knows it can try to figure out what you might be looking for based off of your legendaries. Or is it just random, completely random? Create hit chance. We need that for life regen. I'm only moving around because I want to pick up some of this gear. We should curse. That sounds fun. Get more mobs on the screen. I don't know if that actually increases the odds of stuff to drop. Like you get like what if you got magic item find chance or whatever, but you could also get curse, which increases the odds of getting stuff too because there's more mobs on the screen. Curse is probably also good for gold drop too. Cast speed? Yep, cast speed's good. There's a cooldown on all your skills. And cast speed increase means I'll just cast more often. As you can see through corpse explosion, 1 1000, 1 1000, 2 1000, 1 1000, 2 1000, 1 1000, 2 1000. So you can see it goes every 2 seconds. So casting speed, it was probably like 2.5, right? Also persistence, like those lightning balls that come out, I think is persistent. And it might also affect projectile count when Heaven's Judgment hits the ground as well. Like, you projectiles, how many are coming out of the sky, and then how many explode when it, like how many come out from the explosion. If you saw that, something hit from the bottom left corner and then a ride from the, at the top right of the corner, the Heaven's Judgment, I believe. I mean, it could have been 2 separate judgments, right? Because there have been 2 firing at once. I just think sometimes stuff overlaps. Literally standard. Magic item, trying to stand a chance there. Curse. Curse. How high can we get these curses in the next 3 minutes? Does it increase the chance for gold? Does it increase the experience gems? Experience gain. There's fun. For fun. It's 3 minutes. There's no way we need even more damage at all. I guarantee it. Explosions! It just doesn't stop. I wonder if some of the levels also go further than 20. Is there an do they have a mode where it's everlasting, like unending, so you can just keep getting upgrades? This dude literally appeared out of nowhere. Curse. Hammer. Corpse. Explosion. Okay. Basic attack. Corpse explosion. Oh, I only have a minute, but whatever. Daggers. Ooh, they ran it right at me. Pickup range. Item level chance. How much gold is on the ground now? And these experience gems. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on now. Crit hit chance. A legendary drop somewhere? There it is. Oh, hello. How about just regular damage? Got it. With some boots. There's a lot of gold on the ground. And we trying to get it. We got 20 seconds to pick the majority of it up. Damn, this sucks. How about spinning blade for fun? Pick as much gold as we can. Corpse explosion. 20 seconds to kill these elites here and there. Gone. Yeah, you got dropped a ring. Good. Dagger. Quite an exciting last couple minutes. I would say it was pretty exciting. Okay, sometimes it's good to get hit because you want to be able to run like this. There we go. Spinning blade, I guess. We'll just pick up as much gold and gear as we can that dropped all through that. Now it's probably the line. No, it's the funnel. I've actually never died really on the boss here. I think it's the funnel, right? It's actually really hard to dodge the funnel if you're too far away. There we go. That was not bad. Nah, he's dead. One weapon. Well, we almost got 2,000 gold. 2,000. Yeah. That's the most gold I've gotten before. Now, I wonder if it's from the curses. Is it good to get curses? 400k? That's what I'm talking about. Almost half my damage, but of course, I have stuff that increases that. Let's go E here. See what we got. Boots. 20% movement speed, flawless dash, of course. Intelligence, chance to recover, 1% life on kill, lightning resistance, life gen. Man. The Moochie's better. The ring, 30% chance to resist cooldown by half when cast, which is cool. Okay, so it's like the same damn. Does it stack as a 60%, or you just? But you know, I don't even know if that's worth it. Did you see how much the magic hammers are coming out to begin with? They were all around me. Like, is it even worth it? Probably not. Still haven't seen anything for Heaven's Judgment. Sell all that. Come get some upgrades. I mean, I don't really care for getting special attack or damage reduction, and this is good enough, and they're not even proccing too often. Wonder what these ones are. So let's go. Okay. Hour 45 minutes. I think that's it. No, we did get what we set out to do. We got something for corpse explosion here and here, I believe. Yeah, this one. Projectile count and status effect duration and 30% damage to afflicted enemies. Status effect. Like a slow? So does that affect Ice Orb as well? The slow? That sounds like it would. I wonder if if I should just take Ice Orb when it shows up for the 30% damage to afflicted enemies. I bet it would. This is a status effect. So a slow, a stun, a curse, a burn for igniting. So does that mean the meteor strike as well? I wonder. But how would you... Oh, I do have one for Ice Orb. Explodes upon disappearing, dealing damage and inflicting chill. Chill. Magic Hammer one. Dark hits. Don't even know if we got any regen. Does it show? See, physical fire, cold, lightning, light. So lightning is the lightning shield, and light is probably the Heaven's Judgment, and then dark skill damage, I guarantee, is corpse explosion. So we're on the right path here by taking the dark skill critical hits. 50% chance to restore 1% life. We want to, there we go. Light skill, dark skill projectile, 50%. Can it go any faster than that? Piercing, doesn't say anything. Defense is 50% for floor 1. 1% chance to recover life on hit. And then chance to recover life on crit hit. Well, that's good. movement speed, pickup radius, skill reroll count, skill seal count, skill focus count. What? Seal it away as you don't want it. Focus means it'll come up again. Item identification count. You can only identify 3 items and sell the rest. That kind of sucks, because then they're not worth as much gold. So this is just a teaser. So probably I don't get to keep all this stuff, because I have systems in place in the real game that keep you from progressing as fast as I did and getting to level 4. Like, look at these levels I have on these buffs over here. And I've only played for a few hours. I could check on Steam what but 44, level 44 already. Then there's going to be other things to spend your gold on, like over here. So I don't know if the identification stuff is good. Unless you can identify it in the run and then equip it, would be way different, right? I know this is the stash. Don't even know what this is. This guy probably has potions of some sort. Who knows what this woman is? But there is some screen shake here that I don't know, like... what is this? A fireplace? The screen shake's kind of killer. Hopefully they fix that. You can clearly see it. She looks more like a blacksmith than a shop, so... Is she the blacksmith? No, she's a shop. Alright, that's it. See you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed or learned something in this game. It's coming out soon, so we're going to be grinding it a lot.